focus. It's your girl Ashley K, aka avkangel, and I'm coming to you live. How you all doing? I hope that you all are well, and I know that I'm late in wearing this. I came on early on Ashley's Happy St. Patrick's Day, but I forgot I had this shirt, like my shirt, Happy St. Patrick's Day. But I hope that each and every one of you are doing well. I've always depended on the kindness of strangers. Hey, Mess Talkers, that is my favorite line from A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. If you were a drama major like me in college, you probably had to read and dissect and interpret that line. And some of you maybe even had to act in that play while you were in school. And I'm mentioning that line for a reason. I believe during this time in our world, not just the country of the USA, but this country in our world, that we need to be kind, and especially towards strangers. Now, I want to talk to you all more about COVID-19. I wanted to correct myself from before. Before I was saying COVID-19, my mom was like, no, it's not COVID, it's COVID. So I want to talk to you all more about COVID-19 and how it has been identified as a global pandemic by the Global Health Organization. So, Ashley, what is a pandemic? A pandemic, according to the Global Health Organization, means that this is an illness or disease that is not only being felt by one country, but it's being felt by multiple countries around the world at the exact same time. Now, the word pandemic has a Greek meaning and origin, and this is me once again being a teacher, because this can be one of your SAT or PSAT terms. So if there are any students out there paying attention to me, watch this out, okay? Like, learn from this. The term pan means all, okay? All. Endemic just means people. So you put it together, it means all people, or, you know, like I said before, it's like all people across the world and country that are going through the same illness at the same time. Now I'm going to read you all the parable of the Good Samaritan. On one occasion, an expert in the law stood up to test Jesus. "Teacher," he asked, "what must I do to inherit eternal life?" "What is written in the law?" he replied. "How do you read it?" He answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." "You had answered correctly," Jesus replied. "Do this and you will live." But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" In reply, Jesus said, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. 'Look after him,' he said. 'When I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have.' Which of these do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers?" The expert in the law replied, "The one who had mercy on him." Jesus told him, "Go and do likewise." Now, a lot of people like to assume that Samaritans were Jews or Christians during this time. And this is the exact opposite of the truth. It was not the truth at all. Jewish people and Samaritans could not stand one another. Also, as you know, a priest is supposed to be someone that's very much like a pastor in American church. So you would assume, and one would think, that the priest would stop by and help the man on the other side of the road. Now, the Levites were the descendants of the tribe of Levi, and they were the ones who were the assistants to the priests. So one would assume, one would hope that they would stop and help. So kind of like a modern day deacon. You know, one would assume that a deacon would help you by the side of the road. But no, that's not what happened. Instead, the Samaritan, who was supposed to be the enemy of the Jews at this time, stopped and helped this man. Now, I had my own instance with a Good Samaritan. My mom, as you all know, is at risk too. She has underlying health conditions and she's older. So she needed something. Of course, I'm going to do what I can for my mother. She needs some dishwashing detergent. So I went to the nearest store near me, but in my rush, I forgot my wallet at home. But thankfully I only had change in my purse, but I still needed 41 cents. There was a lady behind me and she saw me like in distress, and instead of giving me 41 cents, she paid for the entirety of my dishwasher detergent that my mom needed. And normally in American society, we have a history of there being tension between blacks and whites due to, of course, slavery, the civil rights movement. But this is a white woman who was behind me, and she paid for the dishwashing detergent, and she told the cash register, the man at the cash register, to return my change to me. And she was my Good Samaritan. And I was so inspired by that I feel inspired to pay it forward to someone else. So if I were to see someone in the future that is in need, I'm going to do the same thing for that person. And I challenge you all to pay it forward as well. Do something kind for your neighbor. Do something kind for someone that is in need. Be that kind stranger that someone really needs in the world today. Now, MS Talkers, am I telling you to go out and do all this stuff and break quarantine? No. Do not tell people that I have seen this girl named avkangel on YouTube and she said to go out and leave and do all this stuff. No, I am not. I'm telling you to do this from the comfort of your own home. I'm telling you to call your elderly family members and your family members that are at risk. I'm telling you to get in contact with friends that you have not seen in a long time. And also use your gifts. Like right now, I'm using this YouTube channel to reach out to those around the world who may need encouragement. And also, I know I've seen artists like John Legend and Debbie Allen. John Legend gave a free concert from his home. Debbie Allen gave a free dance lessons from Instagram. Just use your gift and share it with the world, because this is uncharted territory. We have not seen anything like this for a long time. And in order to help ease the tension and ease the pain around the world, just share your gift and be a kind Samaritan. Be a good Samaritan. Just share love with the world. I want to leave you with a thought from Mr. Rogers. He said when he was a boy and he would see scary things on TV, his mother would tell him, if you ever go into a place or enter into a time period where there's a lot of scary stuff on TV, go out and find the helpers, and the helpers will help you. Now I'm commissioning each of you to be a helper, be a good Samaritan, and try your best to bring love and kindness and peace into the world today, because we really need it right now. Okay, MS Talkers, I love you and I thank you, and I wish you all the very best. Stay healthy, stay kind, be loving. Mwah. Bye, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.